Very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome back in a series of lectures, Building Planning and Design. Already we have discussed about the syllabus in last lecture. Now we are going to start unit number 1. Okay, so this is the title of unit number 1, Site Selection of Building, Principles of Building Planning, Orientation, and bylaws and dimension relationship. Okay, in that, these are the contents. In that, first one is site selection criteria for building, then principles of building planning and significance of sun diagram, sun path diagram, and wind flow direction. Then orientation, in that basic zones of India on basis of climatic condition, orientations of a building for various parts of India on basis of climatic conditions, and then building planning bylaws and regulations as per SP7, National Building Code of India. The next point is dimensions and space requirement in relation to body measurements. And last point is about space design for passage between walls, service access, stairs, ramps, and elevators. Okay, so these are the points from unit number 1 we have to study thoroughly. Okay, so we will start from first point, that is site selection criteria for building. Okay, here after years, water, food, and clothing, the next bare necessity of a human being is a shelter. And to overcome that problem, we are going to construct a building or a structure. Okay, a building is a structure that is built. A residential building is one in which people reside permanently or for a considerable length of time, and also it is the venue for their various activities like eating, relaxing, sleeping, besides washing, cleaning, bathing, eating, and the other regular day-to-day activities. And people are sentimentally attached to residential houses called homes. Okay, and various things are attached to the residential house, maybe in that affection, love, then after that caring, sentiments. Okay, uh, so we are going to discuss now site selection criteria for building, and here various points are noted, maybe in that topography, nature of subsoil, position of the groundwater table, facilities, neighborhood, certain things, those should not be near the site, vegetation, shape of the site, availability of man and material, proximity to seashore, river or lake, or a place of natural beauty. Okay, so various points are noted here, and we have to consider these points. Okay, or we can say these are the factors which will affect at the time of selection of a proper site for a building. Okay, here we are going to discuss site selection criteria for a residential building. Okay, in that, first point is a topography. One of the most important part is there, or factor is there. Okay, so different types of topography is available, and whenever we are changing place to place or region to region, you will find different types of topography. Maybe somewhere you will find plain grounds, somewhere you will find sloping ground, okay, or undulating ground, and all those things. Okay, whenever we are trying to search, or we are going to select a particular site for the construction of a building, then if we have plain grounds, then it offers easy marking, excavations, and construction. Means at the time of actual construction at that site. Okay, if we have plain ground, then it will become easier for marking, excavation, and construction also. Okay, means marking is nothing but the line out. Before starting to the excavation, we are trying to mark the various things. Okay, means we are trying to marking the various lines or positions of footings. Okay, that is nothing but the marking, or we are saying that line out. Okay, then at such a site or place, leveling is not needed, but drainage problem will be there. Means uh, in a rainy season, whatever rainfall is there, okay, and whatever runoff is there, rainwater is there, it will not drain it out as early as possible. Sometimes it will be stored, and we can say more time is required. Okay, as well as to provide the sanitation, means in a drainage line, okay, we have to provide slopes uh, to flow the solid waste or whatever waste water is there. That water should uh, flow easily. Okay, for that purpose, we have to provide some slope to the drainage line and all those things. Then it will become problematic. Okay, then if we have sloping ground, uh, in that also various types of slopes are there. Maybe gentle slope, then steep slope, okay, or we can say very small slope is there. Okay, for effective drainage, 1%, that is nothing but the 1 in 100 slope is required. One is vertical and 100 is horizontal. Suppose uh, 2 points are there, and the level difference in between these 2 points is 1 meter, and whatever horizontal distance is there in between these 2 points is 100 meters. Okay, then we can say 1 in 100 slope is there. Okay, ज्यावेळेस आपल्याकडं वर्टिकलला 1 मीटर डिस्टन्स असेल किंवा वर्टिकलला 1 मीटर हाईट असेल दोन पॉइंट मधलं. ओके, जे काही दोन पॉइंट आहेत, these 2 points are situated at a 100-meter distance from each other horizontally. Okay, and the level difference in between those 2 points is 1 meter. Then we can say the slope is 1 in 100. Okay, For parking the vehicles, area should not be steeper than 5%. Okay, whenever we are dealing with a sloping ground, then in that case, uh, there will be problem for parking if steep slope is there, and for parking should not be more than 5% slope. Okay, a slope between 3% to 10% is ideally suited for construction. Means we can go for the uh, selection of site wherever slope is in between 3% to 10%. Okay. Then next point is there, that is nothing but the nature of subsoil. Means what type of strata is available below the ground surface. Okay, that is also one of the important factor, and it will affect on the site selection for a building. A permanent building shall be constructed over a soil offering good bearing capacity, and it should be available at a reasonable depth, otherwise foundation becomes costly. Here various types of nature of subsoil is there, will be available. Maybe rocky subsoil will be there, hard murum will be there, soft murum will be there, or clay soil will be there, or sandy soil will be there. Okay, here generally for permanent structures or buildings we should have hard strata. Okay, means after construction of the structure or building, that structure should not settle more than 25 mm. Okay, and if we have rocky subsoil, then it will be difficult for the excavation, it will be time consuming, and it will not be economical. Okay, because of uh, for excavation purpose we have to go for the blasting and all those things. Okay, so it will consume more time, and it will not economical one also. uh, then if we have hard strata or moderate hard strata at a reasonable depth, then it is a ideal condition. uh, then if we have clay soil or sandy soil, then clay soil's bearing capacity is too much less. So if we don't have uh, hard strata at a reasonable depth, then we have to go for the deep foundation instead of shallow foundation. And whenever we are preferring the deep foundation, then its construction cost will become increase. Means we have to go for the pile foundation. So we have to think about the nature of subsoil also at the time of selecting a proper site for building. Then after that, next factor is there, that is position of the groundwater table. Okay, means here groundwater table is available, means at what depth groundwater table is there. So generally groundwater table should be at a minimum depth of 3 meter below ground level. Okay, that is the ideal condition. Then if we have groundwater table at nearer to the ground surface, then it will become uh, problematic also. And if it is too much at deep level, then also it will become problematic. So whatever ideal condition is there, it should be at 3 meter distance or at a 3 meter depth from the ground surface. The next factor is there, that is nothing but the facilities. Means at the time of selection of the proper site for a building, we have to think about the what facilities are available in that particular locality or in a region. Okay, and what facility should be there. So various facilities are enlisted here. In that, first one is the community services. In community services comes street cleaning, fire protection, police, etc. Means we have to think on that, whether street cleaning is there on day-to-day basis, is there any fire protection or fire station is there. Okay, 1 minute. So teaching Hindi English ठेवा please. हिंदी इंग्लिश ओके ठीक है, no problem, we will discuss in Hindi also. जब हम कोई बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्ट करना चाहते हैं, किसी को अपना घर बनवाना है, उस टाइम हम लोगों को क्या क्या और कौन कौन से बारे में सोचना चाहिए, वो हम लोग अभी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. उसमें बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स है. ऑलरेडी उसमें हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया है कि टोपोग्राफी में मतलब वहाँ जिस साइट पे हम कंस्ट्रक्ट करने के लिए जा रहा है और जो भी साइट्स है, ओके, उसमें से कौन सा साइट हम लोगों को चूज करना है. मतलब प्लेन ग्राउंड्स है, उसके क्या क्या एडवांटेजेस है, क्या क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस है. अगर स्लोपिंग ग्राउंड है तो उसमें क्या एडवांटेजेस है, डिसएडवांटेजेस है. और स्लोपिंग में स्टीप स्लोपिंग ग्राउंड है, उसमें भी समझो हिली एरिया है, तो हिली एरिया में whatever frontage is there of the building should be at which side, down the slope or up the slope. Okay, that also we have to think. Means जब हम हिली एरिया का हिली एरिया कंसिडर करते हैं, उस वक्त जनरली हम लोगों को जो भी स्ट्रीट है, जो भी रोड है, वो जनरली डाउन द स्लोप होना चाहिए. मतलब एक्सेस टू द स्ट्रीट, it should be at down the slope. Okay, because of whatever rainwater will be there, it will not enter into the building or house. Okay, so that also we have to uh, take care. Then after that, nature of subsoil, मतलब वहाँ का मिट्टी कैसा है, हार्ड मुरुम है, रॉकी स्ट्रक्चर है, हार्ड और सॉफ्ट मुरुम है. उसके बाद में मिट्टी है, मिट्टी की जो बेरिंग कैपेसिटी रहती है वो बहुत ही कम रहती है. उसकी वजह से जो भी हम स्ट्रक्चर बनवाने जाते हैं, वो स्ट्रक्चर का जो डेड लोड रहता है, खुद का लोड रहता है, लिविंग लोड रहता है, उसके बाद में विंड लोड रहता है, अर्थक्वेक लोड रहता है. उसके बावजूद अपना जो स्ट्रक्चर है, जो भी बिल्डिंग है, वो क्या हो जाता है, सेटल हो जाता है. सेटल होता है मतलब क्या बोलते हैं उसको, मिट्टी में घुस जाता है. ओके, और वो जो सेटलमेंट है, it will be allowable up to 25 only, not much more than that. Okay, so we have to take due care about that. And then after that, the position of groundwater table. Groundwater table मतलब पानी का जो लेवल है अपने ग्राउंड में, वो कहाँ तक होना चाहिए, मतलब वो 3 मीटर तक होना चाहिए. उसके बाद में जो साइट हम सिलेक्ट करने के लिए जा रहे हैं, वो साइट के बगल में या उस रीजन में कौन कौन से फैसिलिटीज़ होना चाहिए, वो भी हम लोगों को देखना चाहिए. मतलब बच्चों को पढ़ाना है, हेल्थ केयर सेंटर है या नहीं, फायर प्रोटेक्शन हजार्ड्स और फायर स्टेशन है या नहीं, पुलिस स्टेशन है या नहीं. मतलब वहाँ से वहाँ पे जो भी स्ट्रीट्स है, रोड्स है, वो हर रोज क्लीन होते हैं या नहीं, उसके बारे में भी हम लोगों को सोचना ही चाहिए. ओके, सो वी आर talking about community services. In that, street cleaning, fire protection, and police station must be there at uh, some distance. Okay, then after that, utilities. Okay, means in that, water supply, gas supply, electric power supply, drainage line is available or not. Okay, because of these are the useful things in a day-to-day life. Okay, so these facility should be there. Okay, means whatever municipal water supply distribution line is there or not, then after that gas supply is there or not, then electric power supply should be there, and also we have to think about the drainage line. Okay, then after that next thing is there, amenities. In amenities comes school, recreation, hospital, telephone, etc. ओके, मतलब जो भी सुविधा होनी चाहिए, मतलब बच्चों के लिए स्कूल वगैरह, स्कूल कॉलेजेस होना चाहिए, कोई बीमार पड़ गया तो नज़दीक में हॉस्पिटल भी होना चाहिए, कभी मूड ठीक ना हो तो रिक्रिएशन के लिए कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए, मतलब उसमें थिएटर्स वगैरह वो जो है एट अ पर्टिकुलर डिस्टेंस में भी 1 kilometer distance, at 2 kilometer or 3 kilometer distance, it should be there. Then after that, is there any facility of a telephone or not, we have to check it. Then transport system, also we have to think about transport system. In that, connected roads with easy access to roads, rail transport, etc. ओके, हम लोगों को ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के भी बारे में सोचना चाहिए, मतलब आने जाने का क्या फैसिलिटी अवेलेबल है, मतलब म्यूनसिपल कॉरपोरेशन के एरिया में साइट आता है तो बसेस अवेलेबल है, ऑटोज अवेलेबल है या नहीं, बस स्टेशन से वो कितना दूर पड़ता है, अगर रेलवे लाइन वहाँ से गुजरती है तो वो रेलवे स्टेशन जो है वो कितने डिस्टेंस पे है, इजीली एक्सेस है क्या रेल ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए वगैरह, वो हम लोगों को सोचना चाहिए. ओके, then after that next factor is there, that is neighborhood. While planning residential buildings in a locality, the important factor to be considered is economical status of the residents in a locality. A good neighborhood is essential for pleasant living. Never be a small fish in a big pond. When a low income person builds his house in a posh locality, he loses his privacy, comfort, and control over living. मतलब हम लोगों को नेबरहुड के बारे में भी सोचना चाहिए. हम लोग जो साइट सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, सर्च कर रहे हैं या सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, वो कौन से लोकेलिटी में आती है, रिच लोकेलिटी में आती है, मिडिल क्लास लोकेलिटी में आती है, और या स्लम लोकेलिटी में आती है, वो हम लोगों को सोचना चाहिए. समझो आप में से किसी को घर बनवाना है, आपका खुद का घर बनवाना है, तो आपका इकोनॉमिकल स्टेटस क्या है, इकोनॉमिकल कैटेगरी कौन सी है, मतलब क्लास 1, क्लास 2, क्लास 3 या क्लास 4 में आते हैं, उसके ऊपर भी निर्भर करता है कि हम लोगों को जो साइट सिलेक्ट करने जा रहे हैं वो कौन से एरिया में और कौन से लोकेलिटी में होना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपका इकोनॉमिकल स्टेटस जो है वो क्लास 1 का है, आप अच्छी खासी कमाई करते हैं और आप स्लम एरिया के साइड में साइट सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं फॉर द कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ हाउस और बिल्डिंग. ओके, इट इज़ नॉट गुड. और आपका इनकम जो है वो कम है और आपने जो साइट चूज़ की ही है वो पॉश एरिया में है, और वहाँ पे बहुत बड़े अमीर लोग रहते हैं, तो उसमें भी क्या हो जाता है, आपकी जो प्राइवेसी है, कंफर्ट है, उसके ऊपर आपका कोई भी कंट्रोल नहीं रहता. ओके, सो वी शुड नॉट हैव, or one quote is there, never be a small fish in a big pond. मोठ्या तळ्यामध्ये कधीही छोटा मासा बनून राहायचं नाहीये. ओके, तर या गोष्टींचा पण आपल्याला काय करायचंय, विचार करायचा आहे. अँड व्हॉट एव्हर surrounding environment is there, or whatever neighborhoods are there, on them depends nature or pleasant in your building. ओके, मीन्स बाहेरचं जे काही एरिया जो आहे तो क्राऊडी एरिया आहे का काय, त्याच्यावरती किंवा व्यवस्थित लोक आहेत का नाही, त्याच्यावरती पण तुमच्या साईट सिलेक्शनचा इफेक्ट होतो. ओके, तर तो पण आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, लक्षात घ्यायचं आहे. देन आफ्टर दॅट next thing is there, or next factor is there, that is certain things those should not be near the side. ओके, मीन्स वैसा भी है कि वहाँ पे हम लोग जहाँ पे साइट चूज करने के लिए जा रहे हैं वहाँ पे कुछ चीज़ें भी नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, तो उसमें क्या क्या आते हैं, मार्केट, सिनेमा थिएटर्स एक्सेट्रा. Why market and cinema theater should not be there? Because of it creates noise and nuisance, and we don't have control on those things. Okay, so our side should be away from market and cinema theaters. Then also our side should be away from the industries, sewage farms, garbage disposal land, busy traffic junction, etc. Because of there will be noise pollution, air pollution will be there. Okay, and will not be hygienic condition in that particular locality. So our site should be away from these things. Also, our site should not be near to the bricks or lime kilns. जो वीट भट्टी वगैरे किंवा चुन्याची जी काही भट्टी आहे त्याच्यापासून पण आपल्याला काय करायला पाहिजे, दूरवर्ती असायला पाहिजे आपली साईट जी आहे ती. ओके, वाय, बिकॉज ऑफ इट प्रोड्युसेस हीट अँड डस्ट. ओके, देन also our site should be far away from quarries, should not be near at quarries, because of in quarries dust noise will be there. Okay, so to avoid that difficulties or situations, we have to select our site away from the quarries. Then after that, busy highways, or we can say national highway, railway and aerodromes. Okay, uh, at in that locality also uh, noise will produce. Okay, 1 minute. We are discussing about the certain things those should not be near to the site. In that last point is there, that is flood should not be nearer to the site. Okay, means our site should be away from the river or wherever uh, flood is there. Okay, or flood situation is there. Then after that, next point is there, that is vegetation. In that, trees with fruits and flowers give pleasant atmosphere. Even others provide us with privacy, shade, oxygen during the day, greenery, pleasant sight, and act as a barrier of heat, dust, and noise also. Okay, means whether vegetation is there or not, that will also affect on site selection criteria. Okay, असं नको आहे की बाबा कुठेतरी माळरानावरती साईट आपण सिलेक्ट करतोय. ओके, देन next thing is there, that is nothing but the shape of the site. Rectangular shape of the site of length 1 to 2 times its width, and preferably the width being parallel to the road is ideal. Generally, whatever site is there, its shape should be rectangular, and whatever its width is there or whatever its length is there, uh, it should not be more than 2 times the width of the plot or site. Okay, uh, if we have uh, length of that plot as 2 times width of the plot, then it is a ideal condition. Okay, uh, generally we have to avoid the triangular shaped sites. Okay, uh, then a corner plot offers two roads along its width and length, but it required better finishing of the exposed faces, as and hence more expenditure is incurred. Also, whenever uh, site is there or plot is there at a corner place, some advantages are there and some disadvantages are also there. Okay, what are the advantages? Because of we are getting access to the road from both the sides, there is flexibility. Okay, for the frontage of our building or structure. After 1 minute you have to rejoin the session. Then after that, if that place is uh, in a good locality, okay, or near to the market, then its value will become increase. And some disadvantages are also there, means from both the sides of road, we have to uh, provide more spaces. Okay, means whatever open spaces are there, we have to left more open spaces, that is the drawback. As well as it is required to better finishing of exposed faces. Okay, so it will become uneconomical also, and it will